Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to dive deep into the story, the history, the value, and the big worth in circulation of a very interesting coin, the 2002 VDB Lincoln 1-cent coin. Many people think pennies are not worth much, but when it comes to coin collecting, even a small cent like this can hold surprising value. So stay with me until the end, because you may just discover that the coin sitting in your pocket change could be worth far more than 1 cent. The Lincoln cent has one of the longest and richest histories in American coinage. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of a symbolic figure like Liberty. The Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which is what you see on the 2002 penny, was first introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design replaced the famous wheat ears reverse and continued all the way until 2008. Now specifically, the 2002 VDB penny was minted in Denver. The D mint mark beneath the year indicates that during this time, the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies every single year for circulation. In fact, in 2002 alone, the Denver Mint struck more than 3.2 billion Lincoln Memorial cents. That makes this coin common in circulation, but as with all coins, condition, rarity, and errors can completely change its value. On the obverse, or front side, we have the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has stood the test of time since 1909. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the words, United States of America, and 1 cent. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial between the columns. Now let us talk about value. In regular circulation, most 2002 VDB pennies are still worth just 1 cent. However, collectors are always searching for coins in pristine condition. A coin in uncirculated condition, with sharp details and no signs of wear, can bring in a small premium. For example, a 2002 VDB penny graded MS-65 read by a professional grading service may be worth around $5 to $10. Higher grades such as MS-67 or MS-68 are much rarer, and those can sell anywhere from $50 to several $100s at auction. But the real excitement comes with errors. Some 2002 VDB pennies have been discovered with double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual minting mistakes. These error coins can fetch anywhere from $50 to thousands depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. So always be on the lookout for pennies with unusual shapes, doubled letters, or misaligned designs. Even though the face value is just 1 cent, the story of this coin in circulation tells us something bigger. With over 3.2 billion of these struck in Denver alone, the total worth in face value is over $32 million. And that does not even include the coins made at the Philadelphia Mint in the same year. That means millions of dollars worth of these coins are still floating around in circulation today. But here is the amazing part. Even though billions were made, only a tiny fraction of them survive in perfect condition. Most have scratches, dents, or discoloration from being used daily. That is why collectors pay strong premiums for the few that remain in brilliant, uncirculated red condition. It is the rarity of condition, not just the rarity of mintage, that creates big value. So the 2002 VDB 1 cent coin may not seem like much at first glance. It is a small copper-plated zinc penny that most people overlook. But its history, from the long tradition of the Lincoln cent to its place in the massive production runs of the Denver Mint, makes it an important piece of American coinage. Its value ranges from 1 cent in everyday circulation to hundreds or even thousands if you find a rare high-grade or error example. That is why it pays to check your change. A simple penny could turn into a valuable collectible. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2002 VDB penny, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and drop a comment telling me what rare coins you have found in your pocket change. Who knows, the next coin we talk about could be sitting in your wallet right now.